What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video from PremPods. Today we're going to be going over game week 28.
Yes.
Going through the fixtures, giving our predictions for the scores. So yeah, straight into game one. You tell me, mate, what do you think of it?
Massive game, mate. Man United are playing Everton at Old Trafford. 12:30 kickoff. I honestly, I don't see anyone grabbing this game by the scruff of his neck. I have actually gone for a Desmond. I've said 2-2 because United are dreadful. And they've had a few results in the past at Old Trafford where Everton have drawn and they haven't had a Desmond.
Bosh!
So I'm going with a Desmond.
It's got to happen at some point, I guess, isn't it? And well, it would be a great result for Everton, to be fair. Even with United basically going 50-50 for winning and losing, barely drawing games. I've gone with United. I think they were on a decent run of form with picking up wins. Obviously, performances, something different. But they were winning games. They were getting over the line. And then obviously they've had the 2 games in a row and they've now lost.
Yes.
And this is kind of, for me, a perfect fixture for United to get back on the winning streak.
Fair play. I'm saying they're going to bottle it.
Especially at home as well, man. I said 2-1, because it's kind of Man United scoring. It could be 1-2, 3-2, something like that. But yeah, 12:30 is always dodgy.
It is.
You never know. We'll see. Game 2, Wolves against Fulham. At the Molineux. That's still the name of their ground.
Molineux, yeah, probably.
Now, I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves.
Yes.
Bosh!
Decent.
Back at home, they'll be more confident. They lost against Fulham, didn't they?
They have lost a few times to Fulham. It's funny that you said 2-1 Wolves because I've gone 2-1 Fulham.
Bosh!
Yeah.
Just because of the form that Fulham are in.
Yeah.
We always say we like Wolves, but the Premier League is, we were discussing it the other day, there's a good 18, 17 teams in there that on their day, if their players turn up, they're beating decent part of that league, in it, apart from probably City.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm backing Fulham in this one, mate. I don't know why. There's no thought that's gone behind it in terms of like their recent history, in terms of over the years at Molineux, but the form this season is what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
So
they
I'm
won
gonna
their
say
last
Fulham.
2 as well.
Yeah.
Beating United, beating Brighton last week as well at home.
You'd argue they're both bigger teams than.
Yeah, I mean, Wolves could be sometimes more of a difficult out. It depends which of the United team turns up and what Brighton team turns up as well, isn't it? But Wolves back at home, I'm going to go with them too, yeah.
You're back at home, yeah?
2-1, yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah, difficult one for sure, that game. Difficult one.
That's good for the leaderboard then once.
Yeah, we're going against each other.
Whoever gets it right.
Yeah.
Love.
I think we're going against each other again for this one. Crystal Palace against Luton, Selhurst Park.
Ooh.
You tell me.
I've gone with Luton because I really want them to stay in the league. I think they're a decent little outfit.
Yeah.
They're one of the, like, apart from your Brentfords and Brightons that have come up in the recent years that you'd say have recruited quite well and got a good stadium and all these things are sorted with them, good board, like good players on the pitch most of the time for Brentford. Brighton I could say that more about, but Luton are like the ones where you saw that came up where you're like, are they going to stay?
Yeah.
And they've outperformed massively, so I really want a Premier League team to go.
Name and squad and his crazy. It's just like, they all
players like
20th, I would say.
100%. At the start of the year,
Yeah.
people would have said 20th for Luton.
I reckon so.
Definitely. We probably said they were going down.
I mean, with Everton getting some points back, that might be a big boost to them as well. You know, it could go the other way where they just get a bit comfortable with that 4 points coming back. But they could use it as extra motivation. Say, look, we just need to win literally a couple more games here now.
That's it.
And we'll be safe.
That's what I think. I think if their manager's being like proper smart, he attacks the next couple of away games. Because as a manager, if you're winning and you're supposed to be in a relegation battle away from home in the Premier League, when you get home, that's going to give you so much confidence. And we've already seen it against us, against you. They do well at home, so I don't really think they're gonna get relegated. I reckon they're gonna stay up from this point, which is why I bet them 2-1, mate.
I've gone the opposite again. I've gone 2-1 Palace.
Bosh.
Again, last week I'm saying that I don't really know where Palace are going to get goals from. Obviously, a wonder goal, whatever. Eze scored a wicked free kick on the weekend against Spurs, and they still are on the other side of a 3-1 defeat. But yeah, I mean, Palace at home, they've got to start picking up some wins near to the end of the season just to make sure that they're all right, really. And these players as well are going to have to either they're thinking, I want to do well for the club, secure them, or I'm putting myself in a shop window, so I'm going to play out of my skin.
That's true.
So I can leave this situation. It's one or the other, and to be fair, either benefits the club.
Yeah, massively.
That's the way football is. Like, if you're hot at the time, people are going to take you, and that it benefits the club as well, especially if you're signed for next to nothing. Which I'm not sure how much they. I think Eze might actually be from the academy.
Yeah.
So
at least
like
academy.
At least I think he came from Reading.
Did he?
Yeah.
What, late on or early?
Maybe
quite
like.
late.
Yeah.
Reading's got a decent academy. They've got some good players coming out there.
Yeah, definitely. But again, he would have only been maybe a few million. I need to double check that.
Yeah, which is Premier League.
Even still,
now.
both of them players are going to. Eze especially is going to make them so much money if he does leave.
Yeah, 50 mil plus would be easy, innit? You'd say 50 mil plus.
That's what everyone else is going for, and Elise is younger as well.
And they're like English talents in it from Crystal Palace. So.
Elise represents France, I believe. 8 million he signed from Reading to Palace. So again, he's another at least £50 million player. If you're basing it off Mudriks and these other guys that get bought for similar positions.
It's true. That's very true. But you've gone opposite, mate. You've gone 2-1 Palace.
I've gone 2-1 Palace. Hopefully the quality shines through for them. And like I say, people might be putting themselves in the shop window or just confirming the club's position, basically, and wanting to move forward. So, yeah, we've gone opposite again. So, like you're saying, good for the leaderboard, isn't it? Next game is Bournemouth against Sheffield United. At the Vitality. Bournemouth, I mean, what can you say about Sheffield United, really?
You can't really say anything. Like, it is dreadful at the moment. It is absolutely dreadful. Like, they look like a team that's already gone down. They look defeated. When I look at that team sheet, I'm sorry to say it, Sheffield United fans, it looks like a championship outfit. It doesn't look like a
pretty much is though, isn't it?
That's what I mean.
Like, they haven't really signed anyone from the league above or from the Prem to join the team. It's like we're going to give everyone a chance. Maybe, I don't know, obviously with the financial situation of the club.
That's true, but at least if you have like a good understanding of football at the Premier League level, you have to have Premier League experience in your backbone the first year. Centre back, centre mid striker, or at least centre mid centre back.
Some of the players as well at the same time have had Premier League experience. They've been with Sheffield United in the Premier League in previous seasons as well.
I'm talking about.
It's still kind of like they've been relegated with them as well, and they're probably going to get relegated again. So, what you're saying is basically
they're defeated.
Like championship level, really.
There is one thing I've given Sheffield United this week, and it's a goal. I've actually said 3-1 to Bournemouth.
Bosh.
It is polite because they didn't look like scoring against us. They haven't looked like scoring for a long time. But I just think it's one of those games where they'll nick a goal, and it will get a little bit of confidence in them, and they might actually start to play. They're not going to come out. They're done in it. But if they start to show a bit more passion, that's all the fans will want. You can't be getting smashed like this one every week. 5-0 down at half time at Villa as well. Come on, man. It's not at home. It's not good enough.
They've had a few horrible results.
I'd hate to be a Sheffield United fan right now. That would be like.
But again, next season they might be buzzing, innit? Because they might be back up in the Championship promotion.
True.
And they're winning games again.
True, but then hopefully when they get promoted, then they realise, all right, let's get some Premier League talent in here, not from Sheffield United.
Exactly. But again, do you need to get the right manager in and all these other things and recruitment, whatever else? There's a lot.
True, mate. There's a lot.
I've gone 3-0. We're
You
going to keep it
didn't
short.
go
3-0.
Fair enough.
Could be more if Bournemouth won it. Bournemouth can be leaky, so again, I wouldn't be surprised if Sheffield United did score a goal at all. But I'm just going with this team. I don't know.
No, they're dreadful, mate.
Yeah.
Move on, mate. They're dreadful.
Move on. Arsenal against Brentford.
Oof.
London derby.
Nice.
Interesting one.
Nice.
You tell me, Arsenal's the team. Your team. Go on.
Our history is a win and a draw in the Premier League at the Emirates. That is what our history is against Brentford. They've only been in the league 2 years now, which is why the stats are so little.
What? It's not longer than that.
Well, as in the only stats that I found were 2022 and 23, and that's when they played us at home and at home. So they must have only joined the league in 22 then. That tells me. But to keep it simple from my side, I've gone 3-0 Arsenal.
Bosh!
I've not given the opposition team a goal this week, purely based on the fact that the lads have been doing their utmost to keep the clean sheets, and it's been working. We could say these lot are a bit better outfit than a couple of the teams we played. I'd argue West Ham are still better than Brentford, and we smoked West Ham. So I'm saying 3-0 Arsenal, mate. I'm not giving them a goal because at home that defence is looking solid. Like we haven't been troubled in some of these games, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's been super
Newcastle
easy.
as well was a surprising one, to be fair.
Yes.
The dominance, really.
Yes, and they got just a crazy bit of luck and good header and goal.
It was dead by then. Yeah. It was like whatever. Yeah, those things happen.
What have you said for this one, mate?
I was gonna go 4, but I've gone 3-1.
Bosh!
I think if it was away, I definitely would have been more conservative of maybe a 2-0 or something like that.
2-1, 2-0.
Yeah. Because I still think Brentford can, like Tony and Mope, it can cause problems. Worcester coming off the bench, he's always likely for a goal as well.
That's true.
So if the game is 3-0 or 2-0 by 70 odd minutes,
I get you.
there could be just one, and then there's like a little scurry of a fight back, but it doesn't really materialise.
That's true.
I don't see. Yeah, I mean, you have to keep winning it.
I think
you have to predict. I have to predict Arsenal to win these games. There's no other option at this stage, isn't it?
It'd be a surprise if we lose these type of games.
Exactly. Yeah.
To you probably as well.
Yeah. I mean, you win these games, and you might even be able to afford by that point to lose to City or something like that. You never know, because you've already beat them, so then you just don't take points off each other in the season.
True.
It's not the end of the world, isn't it? But yeah, 3-1. You said 3-0.
Yeah.
Next game we've got is Villa against Spurs.
Oh, that's. I'm
Decent,
looking down this fixture list. Yeah.
There is some decent fixtures.
Yeah, there's 3 I'm looking at that are like proper good. If you include 4 if you're including Man United.
That's what I was going to say as well.
4,
12:30 here.
But yeah, I have gone another goal fest. I was so close of getting the goal fest right in West London. I saw 2 goals each. I just said 3-2.
Yeah.
I was just a little bit out. I'm going with 3-2 again, and I'm going with 3-2 Villa.
Bosh!
Up the Villa. Yeah. Their home stadium has been a fortress.
Yeah.
They beat Man City.
Yeah.
They beat us. It's been decent. So I'm backing them to beat Spurs because they're a smaller club than us and City, and they've done both of us.
Yes, and they're not far behind.
No,
they're not that
this
far
is a
behind.
big game. This is a massive game on the table.
This could be where it like definitely splits up. Okay, these teams are just going for 4-4 stuff like that. Again, it's pretty early, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Confidence-wise and stuff like that, losing this game. Start to worry for Villa.
That's true. The fact that you said that now makes me feel like a nervy 1-1 could happen because they don't really want to give each other points, and it's like if we draw, we're still in the same position as we were before the game.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've gone on your side as well. I've gone 2-1 Villa.
Bosh!
I was gonna go for Spurs, to be completely honest with you. I was gonna go for Spurs, but over the past couple of weeks they have just leaked silly goals.
Yeah, and nicked
it, and that's against worse teams, isn't it? A lot worse teams than Villa as well. And I think Villa can definitely punish you. Watkins is now, he's challenging Haaland for Golden Boot. Again, we've said this before. He's not. I wouldn't personally have him at Liverpool. I think he's a different kind of striker, but he's scoring goals.
Good finisher, mate.
He's
good finisher.
He's coming up with a good. So, yeah, he's going to want to get another one. They've got tricky wingers. The midfield is quite good depth in midfield as well for options.
Yes.
And whereas the other side, you think Spurs can kind of look a bit light if 1 or 2 of their players ain't playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'd say their teams, you're right, their squads are, I'd back Villa's squad, really.
Squad-wise, maybe, yeah. I mean, not player for player, but...
No, not player for player.
Yeah.
But a whole outfit, a whole 25, they've got a decent squad.
Yeah.
What did you say, 3-1?
I said 2-1.
2-1 Villa.
Yeah, more conservative. think it'll be a close game. Spurs, this is a massive game for them.
Yeah.
You know, stopping Villa from getting points, climbing closer to them. So yeah, they're gonna fancy it for sure. I think it'll be a good game.
Decent.
West Ham against Burnley is the next game. I was gonna say Upton Park, but it's the London Stadium.
London Stadium, mate.
Yeah, I'm back in West Ham again now. I have to.
Yeah, I'm going with you. What are you saying?
3-1 to be honest.
Bosh.
I was going to say the exact same, so I'll probably say 3-0. Just to not give Burnley a goal, so that if they don't score, I'll nick all the points.
Yeah, this could be a potential banana skin for West Ham. They're at that stage in the season where, you know, you just never know in it, and you could just get some dodgy wins out of nowhere in it.
It's true.
It has no real basis on how the end of the season turns out. Burnley might still go down, but they've come up with a decent performance 1 week on the 28th game of the season or something. But it's happened, isn't it? They've put in some good performances, but they've just been outworked and outplayed for the most part.
I just think
it happens.
I just think the way that West Ham's midfield is so structured, Burnley won't be able to break them down.
No.
It would just be a problem for them.
I think definitely. If you go player for player, there's probably not many Burnley players you would stick into that West Ham.
I don't think there's one problem.
That's one thing. I'm trying to think of one
I don't think
just
so.
to give them, but it probably doesn't. It doesn't exist.
No.
Especially Paqueta back again.
Maybe.
Bowen's up there, as I say, the top goal scorers. He's up there, 14 goals.
On fire.
So
They should have enough fire.
This could be a stat padded day.
Definitely.
It could be a stat padded day for sure for these lads.
It could.
But yeah, 3-1 for me, 3-0 for you.
Yeah.
Brighton against Forest is our next fixture.
Brighton
at the Amex.
Forest.
Brighton, dodgy innit?
Dodgy.
Kind of dodgy. You know when you talked about them at like the start of the season, and I think everyone was really talking about them at the start of the season. It was amazing stuff, and they still seem to have players here and there that they could interchange. But then I don't know, they've just kind of fallen off a cliff, been really out of form, really out of sorts. I'm going for 2-2 to be honest.
Going to
I haven't gone a single draw so far this week, so I'm going 2-2. Forest are interesting, man. They give up some good performances, and their fans are probably quite frustrated, especially from the last game against us. They had good chances, and we say it, every team is going to get good chances against us, but Forest seem to get good chances in most games. Yeah. And just sometimes don't have the quality just to take them, which is what separates you from not being in a relegation scrap. Potentially.
That's it.
But yeah, I think it'll be a decent game. I'm unsure of Brighton, more about if they could go bad for us, of course, but yeah, I've gone 2-2.
I have said 2-1 Brighton.
Bosh!
Only because
2-1.
Elanga always has 1-2 little chances for Nottingham Forest. He gets into position. You can see that he's from United, because players from those teams know where to go to get the ball in the goal, and he's most of the time in the right position to score. Yeah. Whether he scores or not is another thing, because he normally misses them, but he normally does get two chances again.
Two big chances, man.
So against you lot, I think he will have two big chances again, and he'll score one of them. And then I think Brighton will just have enough. They might even leave it really late to get the 2 goals, but I think at home, I think they'll have enough. 2-1 Brighton.
They could just all of a sudden click into gear. You never know. Obviously, we've said Matoma's out for quite a while. Yeah. But they've got a decent young squad there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and they should as well. They've got a good young squad there, and
so do Forest.
They're not in any danger as well. I don't think so. You can try these players out and blend them in, give them the confidence. Yeah. They don't play well 1 week, play them again.
100%.
You're not gonna. Everyone doesn't play well every week.
No.
You know what I mean? It's them few players that do that are world class.
Stand out. And wingers is that position.
Exactly.
To do
it. You might just get locked down from your fullback that day. Your fullback has an amazing game, and you can't get past him.
There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do.
Yeah. But yeah.
Should be an interesting one though.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely not sure on Brighton at all, to be honest, but I do like the team. I just don't know how it performs.
I've more leaned their side just because home. Because they're at home. That's it, really.
We've come to probably the biggest game.
Biggest game of the game.
Probably the biggest game of the
country mile.
Depending on who you support, obviously. But
it's
Premier League wise, I suppose,
biggest
so
game.
far this season.
Yeah.
At the point we're at, it probably is the biggest game.
Massive.
Liverpool at home against City at Anfield.
First against second.
First against second. That could all change by the time that we actually play each other.
Soon to be second and third.
Yes, it could very well be. So again, depending on how your results go, that could potentially change the outcome of our game. You don't know how the mindset of
Footballers
are sometimes. But you can imagine if you go and batter Brentford, which we expect, then
someone's got to win.
Yeah, you both got to be fired up.
Yeah. What do you reckon for this one, mate? I know exactly what I'm saying.
I'm going 1-1.
I was going to say the exact same score.
I'm going 1-1. These games, it used to be like 3-3s and that, innit? And like even more than that sometimes. But over recent years, both, because I think of the position that we've been in, it's such a high risk game, it seems.
You have so much respect for each other when you play. It's if we lose the ball at centre back, you'll somehow score. And I'm like, just
everyone's
play a pass.
just a bit too tetchy in these type of fixtures because it's very high stakes normally.
It is. It is.
I've gone with a draw, definitely, just because of the team. At the minute, I'm not 100% set on. So City could turn up and really put us to the sword, to be honest, because like I say, we give away chances. But yeah, this is more of a hopeful draw at this point because of the team that we have. I'm not sure what the lineup is going to look like.
I get what you're saying. I'm actually going to have to change my mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 City because I need to pick up some points on this leaderboard.
Yeah.
And you just mentioned the fact that most of your players, well, not most of them, a couple of the good ones that you would want in that midfield. Salah, obviously, Darwin Núñez. Like we say, you can swap out wingers. Wingers can have brilliant games or they can have bad games in it, like Doku sometimes, Grealish sometimes. So a winger is like, it's a position you can get away with being not half alright that game.
Yeah.
But centre midfield, you cannot be dead. And they have Rodri.
Yeah.
And you ain't got no one that's going to be able to stop it. So I'm thinking 2-1 generous because, like you're saying, it is nervy. It does get a bit like touching. Everyone starts to feel, I can't lose the ball. So I'm going 2-1. I think they should nick it.
Yeah. Nah, you're saying if you think they should nick it,
No, I don't want them to.
I know.
I'm going for our leader.
Yeah,
I'm going with my heart. If I was going with my head, I'd want Liverpool to win. So we're chasing.
This could be a horrible fixture for us, to be honest. If City really turn up, I do believe that.
Yeah.
Honestly, again, depending on the team that is put out, depending on the team that's put out. So we'll see what the squad looks like at the time. I mean, hopefully we get some healing miracles or something happen over the next 5-6 days.
You got hope, mate.
And the whole squad comes back.
That's it.
What if Thiago came back? That'd be brilliant,
mate. That'd be brilliant.
Thiago's forgotten man.
Yeah,
we've got a footballer for the first time in a while that can proper play.
Yeah.
And he's just been injured so much, man. I feel like he would have been such a good part of this type of midfield.
McAllister.
Because this is a new, completely midfield. They're a lot like younger. And he would have been the older head, kind of more dictating things. So I think it really would have worked out. It's been unfortunate that he obviously has spent so much time on the sidelines. That's how these things go sometimes. It could be a really bad game. I've said this, it could be a really bad game for us. But I do believe City have given up more opportunities than they normally would.
Yes, that's true.
Silly goals every now and then. Defense I don't think defense is as good as it has been over previous years. Personally.
I can back you on that.
The right side is probably alright with Diaz and Walker, but sometimes obviously Pep messes about with things and plays free at the back and takes the piss out of teams, puts Stones in midfield.
Depends what he does
in midfield.
Because Pep can sometimes beat himself.
Yeah, he does.
Because he's got all these players at his disposal and then he just picks some wild team.
Yeah, he just overthinks it. And I think that is partly down to arrogance sometimes. I do believe sometimes he's like, it's a big game, but I'm still going to tinker with my team. Look at the squad that we have.
But it is because of the squad they have, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but sometimes
couldn't do it if it was us.
But sometimes he's even putting like young players like Bob in. You know what I mean? And what's
taking a mick,
Rico Lewis?
Yeah, he's good though.
He is good. So obviously he's seen something in him. Both of them players. Bob scored a wicked goal as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So he could be another player, and it doesn't seem like you get through to be playing for City at a young age if you're not a proper player. Really.
Very true.
Because of the abundance of wealth that they had, they could
exactly.
buy the world's best players. You know
Exactly.
But yeah.
You just got to hope, mate. Let's hope for the best.
I think so, yeah.
Let's hope for the best.
Hopefully it's a nice Mother's Day victory at Anfield. That's what I'm hoping for.
So you're gambling.
But I do think 1-1 would still be a good scoreline at this stage of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Not looking forward to it, that's for sure.
I am. It'll be a good game.
I want it to end, I think, as quick as it started. We end it now? No, yeah, I'll take that.
No.
I'll take that. Chelsea against Newcastle is the last game. Decent way to, again, round off a good set of fixtures here.
Yeah, mate.
What did you say? What did you say? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all of them could turn out to be good games.
Yeah.
They could have goal fests in them as well. Chelsea Newcastle is kind of a difficult one, but I do think Chelsea are going to be better.
Chelsea are at home in it, Stamford Bridge.
Chelsea are at home,
mate.
Newcastle
they don't travel well.
Mate,
they're like Guinness. I told you they don't travel well, mate. As soon as they get down to London, whatever happens to them, they just lose their bottle.
Yeah.
Has this team beat PSG for? Obviously, PSG don't travel well either. That's what I'm saying. And they went there and
they've had wicked fixtures, wicked performances, moments as well.
Definitely
at home.
Chelsea are leaky though.
They are. They're leaky, but I could see a draw, but I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea now.
I'm going 3-2 Chelsea.
3-2.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that result to come in, man. 3-2. I've been backing it for ages.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird game for sure. Newcastle are just so off form away from home that you just can't back. You can't back that type of form, to be honest.
No.
And Chelsea can turn it on.
Yes.
They've got a good squad for me. Just need to figure out who's the best players to play in which position, which they're starting to see a bit more of now.
Yes.
Obviously Salcedo and Fernandez, I think they work well. They're not probably worth the money you would pay, but then that's not their fault.
That's football.
We was about to pay 115 million or whatever it was for Salcedo. So
glad you didn't,
I would say so. I would say so. I do like it. I admire him. He's still young, so he could do a lot. But if you're paying 100 and then you're looking at, you got Declan Rice out of that.
Big difference.
I'd rather have Declan Rice, I think.
Definitely. But they miss a lot of chances though in front of goal, Chelsea. Like
exactly.
They work the ball well.
Yeah, that's
Jackson,
what I'm saying.
Mate.
Build-up play can be really good sometimes, but Jackson, he's hit and miss. He's Nunez-ish.
Has he made it to this level of football and can't finish? Why is no one paying him to get a shooting coach? The geezer literally got round the goalie.
Yeah. He's
got an open goal and he's not kicked it towards the goal.
You could see what was going to happen there.
100%.
As soon as the defender was making a decent run back, you just knew, this geezer's going to put it straight in the middle of the goal. Yeah. Because that's all about their technique that he can get out of their foot. Yeah. Falling over as well.
Yeah. But I think at times they like you say, they do switch on.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And this is a good game. This is a good confidence game. Newcastle are not good away from home.
Not good at all.
So you should have high confidence in your own abilities and the fact you're at home and the fact they're absolutely terrible away.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of positives I see for Chelsea in this game. Not a lot for Newcastle. But then again, the Newcastle went and beat Villa away from home or something.
Yeah, weird.
Villa are one of the better teams.
The best team at home lost to one of the worst teams.
Exactly. And Chelsea are not like amazing.
No, but I think
in any department statistically this year. But I'm backing Chelsea.
Yeah, everything for me points towards the Chelsea.
I do agree. That rounds it off.
There you go, mate.
Another 10 games. After this game, it'll be 10 games left.
That's it.
We're at the running, Connor.
We're in the running, mate. 10 games in.
It's going to get very exciting. I want this week to be over as quick as possible, to be honest. And we just move on.
Fair play, mate.
Yeah, we'll see. But at the same time, I'm excited for the other games.
Yeah.
I'm more excited probably to watch the other games than our game.
Fair.
So yeah, we'll see. Until next time, thanks again for watching.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Have a great rest of your day and see you all again soon.